the trap like.
Coming back again with another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Elsa Bloodstone, the third character that was released in the latest patch of Marvel Future Fight. I've already done the other two new heroes, Lash and Warwolf. So today let's take a look at Elsa. Okay. First of all, you guys realize she's a speed hero. The first thing when dealing with a speed hero, you're not going to get a lot of survivability with the speed hero. That's the first thing everyone needs to understand before I even jump into the video. Basically, we're looking at doing a lot of damage and moving quickly around, basically kiting DPS, to get a quick kill. Okay, she is physical attack based, so you want to make sure that you place physical attack gear on physical attack stats on her gear, and already has a 6-star skill, which you already know. Passive ability, actually pretty decent. Its only problem is it's only against supervillain enemy. She has a guard break. One activates, one attacks, basically one attacks, activate guard break. So, and of course, like I said, it's only against supervillain, which kind of sucks. So don't like that a lot. So kind of a sucky passive in my opinion. Her leadership bonus is pretty decent. She's going to grant physical attack plus 30%, and that's at 6-star mastery, all team members, which is definitely awesome for physical attack heroes. Okay, again, that passive, I don't like it at all. When attacking supervillain enemy, 30% rate, you get the self one attack, activate guard breaks 3 seconds, cooldown 8 seconds. So it's decent cooldown, but you must be battling supervillains. Okay, so basically, I don't know about Battle World. I don't know how that's going to work in arena or even the alliance battle. Okay, maybe kind of a sucky, like I said, maybe kind of a sucky passive, not really sure. But anyway, I already have a gear leveled up to 19, 18, 18, 18. The stats I went with are, of course, your first two we're not going to cover, but for the third slot I went with HP. Okay, and the reason I went with HP right now is because usually it's the obvious choice, because for one, she's a speed hero, so her survivability kind of sucks. We could have went something different here. The only other thing we may have went is dodge. Okay, and I don't know. The thing I like to do, I like to try different scenarios, different setups. Okay, and another disclaimer here also, I'm not a pro. I'm only doing a video just to give you guys some ideas of what you can do or what Elsa can do as a level 60 hero with decent gear upgrades. I mean, 18, 19 is pretty much, I mean, you only can go to level 20. It's not that big of a difference actually between 18 and 20. So you may even go dodge here. I don't know if it'll help her, but I went HP, which is the obvious choice. Her stats that are already present here are attack speed and movement speed, so you can even go one of those if you want. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just trying. I'm basically learning as I go, same as you guys. So just take it for what it's worth. On the fourth gear, I went with defensive penetration, and of course you can see we have HP and defensive pen already here present. So of course that's why HP, of course, and defensive pen we went with a third and fourth. I went with the crit gear right now. This may not be the best for her. You may want to go dodge booster depending on what kind of survivability you're looking for. It should complement your set bonus. Okay, my ISO set bonus is overdrive, which is all offensive, and it's a beast mode set. I'm glad I rolled it because I actually like it for her because it helps her do a little bit more damage. You get your attack, your all defense, your crit rate, crit damage, and your defensive pen, and not to mention the plus 20% attack bonus, all attack. So very good set bonus here. And like I said, her stats look really good. Physical attack is at 9,388. She has 18k hit HP, which is good actually. So you think, she should be pretty decent. I have her skills at 30. I put a couple of them at 35, like her Filled with Hate, which is her level 2 skill. There's nowhere to hide. You know what? Let's go ahead and go up to 35 on that as well. And her 5th and 6th star skill went up as well. So we'll go ahead and make all of them 30. Let's go ahead and just make all of them 35. Okay. No use to messing around with it. And let's go ahead and jump into some gameplay, okay? That's what you want to see, and we don't want any. Let's remove. I'm going straight with no bonuses, anything like that. So we're gonna go just straight with Elsa. And the main thing here, we need to decide which battle we're going to do for our test run, okay? 10-5, honestly, I think it's going to be too hard for her. For one, you have a combat hero, which is going to be kind of hard for her to take down. So I'm going to go for 10-3, okay? It's a level 58 battle, but as a speed hero, which she shouldn't, I mean, and then no bonuses, uh, I say let's try this one just to see her gameplay. Okay, I'm going to run it in auto just so you guys can see. Of course, you know, you can probably solo 10-3, 10-4, 10-5 if you play it manually, but honestly, who wants to do that? Okay, the option of doing the test run or story mission is so you can solo the mission and maybe rank up other heroes. So we're going to play it on the auto play and see how well she does in this particular battle. Again, this is only 10-3. You can use it as you can check the time on it or whatever, however you want to compare her, and see what you think. Okay. What I will say about her is I like her speed animations. She moves around a lot, kind of like everyone said. She kind of reminds you of man, I can't even think of his freaking name. Can't think of it, but I'll figure it out here in a minute. But with all her moving, you would think she would be a little bit harder to hit. But on boss fights, that's where you're gonna have to struggle with her, unless you're battling a blast hero, someone with a lot of HP. She does pretty decent damage, surprisingly. And that's only level 30, 35 gear levels. At level 60, it's going to be double the damage, so you just got to factor that in. And that's one of the things a lot of us don't do. We don't max out skills to level 60. That's a lot of gold, so it takes a while. But here we are right now at the main battle fight. She pretty much has all of her health right now. Remember, this is no set bonuses, anything. This is her just solo by herself with no other bonuses. So and this is 10-3. It's not 10-5. It's 10-3, which are level 58 mobs. For a speed hero, I'm going to honestly say soloing this is pretty decent. By no means is she OP. However, if you want to farm her and let her be on your speed team, then I don't see a problem with it. Of course, I think Black Widow is stronger than her, but I don't think we're comparing the two right now. I think to complement Black Widow, you may want to add her. It's up to you really, but she can solo 10-3 pretty easy, okay, as you can see. And again, this is without any buffs, anything like that. 1.41 minutes. What I would recommend you do is kind of do a test run with Black Widow or whatever other speed hero you have. I'm only running 4-star ISO sets, so again, you can kind of judge that based on that info alone. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump into 1 second here. Let's go ahead and jump. Let's do a quick. Let's do a team play battle real quick, just to kind of see her DPS in team play mode. Let's see if we can get a couple of level 60s in here with us. What am I doing here? So I may have to kick a couple of people to get a good set on us, and I'll try to play a little bit better on this. I try not to clip her spells, you know, to give you a better idea of her DPS in team play mode. And again, I'm looking for 60s to kind of get a good, good comparison. Okay. 44. Nope. Let me get at least one level 60 in here with me. Just give me 1 second. Nope. So if you guys watching this video and you got kicked, just, I'm only doing it because I need to get some good heroes here for DPS purposes, okay? And what we'll do once we get the DPS, we will figure out what her DPS her damage per second is, basically. I might keep that level 51 just to make sure she's a speed. We'll compare a level 50 to a level 60. If I can get a level 60, would be great. I would like one more speed hero, or it don't matter. So give me 1 second here. Come on. The next 50 character, we're just gonna go with it, okay? Come on, people, where are the good guys at? This Gamora's gonna probably. Oh, here we go. So there we go. So we got a level 60 Quake. So this is pretty good. You have a level 60 Quake against a level 60 Elsa Bloodstone. Hopefully the Quake is leveled up pretty decently. I'll try not to clip these spells and probably try to move around a little bit, even though I'm playing on blue stacks. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so far it looks like we're doing pretty good, and I have a couple of spells that seem like they do a little bit more damage. So I'm gonna try to take advantage of those spells a little bit more than others. Definitely want to take advantage of her 6-star skill and her 3-star skill, which is the shotgun. I think I actually got 2 shotgun skills. Okay, so we're gonna try. Get a lot of complaints about clipping spells, so I'm gonna make sure we try to get this thing as good as possible here. Okay. And okay, that's not a bad 50 seconds, I think. And wow, Quake beat us still. Let's take a look at the DPS. All right, let's see here. Let me just calculate this right here. So Quake did beat us, which is pretty awesome actually for Quake. 464. So that's 50 seconds. That's actually 6,329. Okay, that's pretty low. Um, you know, I'm not gonna use that as a judge. I mean, I don't. I'm sure we can do better than that. Okay, and I know we always judge. Kind of judge these things by what we do in freaking team play mode. But I just tried to play it real simple. No clipping. I didn't clip any of the spells. I tried to move around a little bit with the. Let's go ahead and do a quick arena battle. First, let's put her in a team. Okay. Again, I personally like Elsa. I mean, I think she's okay for a team. I'm gonna go with this first one right here. All attack. I mean, nope, she don't have all attack. All right, we're gonna put her in this team here. Okay, let's go here. Use her. What's Punisher's? Hold on, let's see. Which one is the best leadership? Yeah, we gonna definitely go with her leadership skill. And let's just try some quick arena. See how she does. I mean, I try not to use team play as an all-around judge of the hero. I like her gameplay. I actually did use her in Villain Siege, and she can solo Mission 7 pretty easily, honestly. You'll let her just do a regular autoplay. She can actually solo 7 in Villain Siege pretty easily, so just so you guys know that. So she's very useful in Villain Siege, of course. And I think that on the right team, she's a very good hero. I mean, I like the way she moves around, man. Oh, Star-Lord, that's what she reminds me of, Star-Lord, the way she moves around. If you have already started working on her, I'm not gonna say it's a loss. I don't think she like sucks or anything. However, I think that with the right build, and if you figure out her rotation, what the best way to use her, I think that would make you a little bit better with her. Okay, you got to remember, I'm just leveling them up just to give you a quick example of the gameplay. It's going to be some tweak. You can always tweak these heroes and do your own build, and I'm sure you can get a little more out of them. But just remember, she's not OP. Matter of fact, out of the 3, none of them are OP at all, from what I can tell. Okay, even Werewolf, who looks to be OP. I'm not gonna say he's OP in my opinion. I like him the most out of all 3 because of his gameplay, his stats, his 6-star ability. I like him the most out of the 3, of course, and I think he has the best survivability for sure. And I mean, that's no doubt he has that. But I actually like in the order I would choose would be Werewolf. I would go Elsa, and then I would go Lash. Okay, and the bad part about it is I like the way Lash looks the most, and I was hoping he would be the best. So if anything, I'm hoping that maybe they will revamp the heroes and maybe just upgrade their damage just a little. The thing about it, like someone already said, you don't want every freaking hero to be OP. Okay, that'll just kind of ruin the game. So just keep that in mind and remember that every hero cannot be OP. You have to have some good and some bad. Okay, to keep the game actually decent. Okay, wow, I'm about to die here. So okay, he took out my freaking Elsa Bloodstone, which is fine. Level 55 combat hero, pretty easy to do. He has the class advantage. It is arena, and other than that, I might lose this battle, which I don't really care. I don't even play arena anymore because it's kind of useless to do it. But I put it on autoplay and let it go. So after this arena battle, I think that's gonna be pretty much it. So you can see Elsa Bloodstone. Again, man, I'm gonna tell you right up front. I don't think she is not a waste. I think for a speed hero, she's okay. Um, I would definitely say mid tier. Definitely not a top tier hero. And feel free to invest in her if you want. Again, take this video just for gameplay purposes. You can figure out what you need to work on. Here are my stats: all attack, of course, all defense. I got HP in third, defensive pin, and then I went with a crit booster. And the stats are right here. Okay, so that's what you have as far as stats. You can do what you want to do with it. I'm only rocking a 4-piece ISO set with overdrive. Okay, and I already showed you guys that. So again, level 35 skills. Do whatever you want with it, but hopefully this helps you make your decision on who to focus on the most. If you like the character, play it. Other than that, it's up to you. Okay, this is it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you hit your boy up in the comments. It's T Mizzle and I'm out. Peace.